All right. Hello, hello. Got thrown off again by no music. But there is no music on this screen, which means I'm going to get inevitably scared when the pre roll happens. But it's fine. We're fine. We're all doing great. Welcome. Hi. We're back on 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. We are on part 9, which chat pointed out last time may be the funniest stream ever. Yep, there we go. Because we may finish this game on stream 9. Love a bit of irony. Um, if you're new here, I'm Kels. Hi, welcome. And I got nothing else to say. I know, chat, you are currently posting the recap, so there is no rush. I will just read slowly. I won't read slowly. I'll just fuck up reading, let's be clear. All right, so we fiddled with the zero bracelet and the door to figure out its value, realizing it's actually the letter O. Snake deduced that June's sixth bracelet is actually an upside down 9, and Santa's bracelet is actually 0, but we doubt the part of Snake's hypothesis where Santa is 0. Because this entire time we've been sitting there going, June is suspicious. Which I think we actually just said June is suspicious because she was into us, which I don't know what that says about us. Um, the door opened, and then we ran into a door with a Neptune symbol we had no key for, then took the Uranus door to a library full of books on topics Snake knows. Literally, there were so many books. Let's see. Snake revealed that he got instructions threatening to kill Clover if he blabbed about past Nonary games. He explained how the morphogenetic field stores information and that Cradle held the Nonary games to prove it's real, with transmitters and receivers in different groups. We questioned Snake's mention about 18 kids in the experiment, despite the news reporting 16, a brother and sister named Aoi and Akane, the latter of whom supposedly died. We solved more puzzles, I don't know why that won't go away. So there's a word there that I can't read. To Alice's coffin and a picture of the Cradle executives jogging Seven's memories. He described how each individual conducted the experiment and what he did to interfere the first time. In the chaos, Hongo took Akane, wearing bracelet 5 at the time, previous game, into the incinerator. This nonary game is Zero's revenge against them, and Ace is the next target. Then things started shaking up. And I hope you feel better soon. Hopefully you don't have to. Hopefully you can just sit back and watch. I don't know what I was trying to say. Also, wow, really hot there. It's September. I feel like we should be getting into autumn temperatures, right? Mm. Before we get into it, I did want to talk about something that I thought about last time, which is the big question that I have at this point, right? We think we've got a lot of it figured out, but why are we there? Right? We have a connection to Akane. But as far as I know, Junpei wasn't involved in the previous game, considering the fact he's having to get all this information when we are. And everyone else seems to be related to the previous Nonary game, right? Ace is self-explanatory. Snake and Clover were part of the first game. Santa and June were part of the first game. Seven was the detective that got them out. Lotus was the mom of one of the twins that was in the first game. And the number 9 man was one of the people who ran it. Why are we here? Are we just like chilling because Akane had a crush on us once upon a time? Like, are we chilling because a corpse wanted to hang out? Because I still don't understand how Akane, who we did confirm, the Akane that died was Akane Kurashiki, and also during Seven's little recap, her what is that nameplate or whatever it's called said Connie, like we've been calling her in the flashbacks. So I think we can kind of confirm it's the same person. It just doesn't make sense. Yeah, it would be really funny if literally the only reason we're here is that Zero has a crush on us and we're otherwise completely unrelated to the backstory. I mean, look, this is Zero's mating dance. Akane is like, look at all these people I can kill. Isn't that hot? So she thinks that she's actually playing for us. Let's be honest here. All right, let's get into it.
Huh. I think the shaking stopped.
It would seem so, but we are yet to be out of danger. You're right. Let's hurry.
This exit needs the Uranus card, too. Hey, Junpei.
Yeah, I know.
Am I the only one who can figure out how to use a card
It's
reader?
open. Let's go.
Why are we the only one who seems to be able to open doors?
Okay, Neptune Key. Let's see if you work.
You found the key.
Huh, I think it unlocked. It says incinerator.
Oh, we're back at the incinerator. This one, you know, people keep getting burned to death in this incinerator, and maybe we should not go in. We trust no one else with the cards and keys. Look, no one else here can be trusted. They all hid things except for possibly Seven, who didn't mean to hide things. But you know what? He's guilty by association, so.
So this is the incinerator.
This is the first time I've seen it from this side, but yeah, I think so.
Then there ought to be a lever near the door.
Yeah, right here.
Pull that and the door should open.
Got it.
Do we really want to go in? Like, really, really want to go in? Can we, like, look through the little
Let's
window
go.
first? See if there's anyone inside? Because I don't want to burn to death, personally. Yeah, that's fair.
What the hell is going on?
Seven is also a cop, so automatic distrust. It is true. Alright, so Akane's been discarded, which seems like kind of a weird thing for Zero, but maybe she's having one of her episodes again?
What's wrong? Are you okay?
Okay, there were 3 other people that she came with. Please look out for those 3 other people before we get, I don't know, shot or something.
Jumpy, you came to get me.
I don't know if I've said this before, but I love this art style. Like, there's something so... it's like, it's messy, but it's clean, and I don't know how else to say that. I think we've talked before about the fact that I have 0 art knowledge, so... I love it. That's all I can say.
Of course I did. I made a promise.
I'm so glad you're here. So glad.
Hey, what happened to you?
I'm fine.
Are you?
I just fainted. I wasn't feeling very good. I'm feeling a lot better now, though.
Could you maybe next time not take a nap in the incinerator? Just a thought?
Are you sure?
I can see it. Yeah, it does remind me of the reincarnation art style for House of Fata Morgana.
Yes. I just need to rest a little longer. I'm sure I'll be fine. You shouldn't worry about me.
Santa.
Oh. So does Ace have the gun now? Because we all know he's fucked up.
Hey, where is it? Where's the gun? You hide it somewhere?
I don't have it. I got sucker punched and they took the gun.
What? Who took it?
What? Isn't that obvious?
I took the gun.
Why can't we give Lotus a gun? Like, not that I really want her to have a gun, but also, I'd rather her have the gun than Ace.
Ace.
Just what the hell do you think you're doing, Ace? Or maybe I ought to say Gentaro Hongo, CEO of Cradle Pharmaceuticals.
We're gonna do this all here, because finally, we're actually all here. Like, let's throw down.
You have me at a disadvantage. And I don't like that. You know me, but I don't know you. Do you have any idea how much I've suffered? Can you even begin to understand my pain?
If you're about to make yourself into a victim because you tried to kill kids in order to prove a theory, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't give a shit.
The pain of prosopagnosia, right?
Oh, well, I guess that's... He still killed kids! Or I guess one kid.
Another irritating insect. And how do you know that?
Good question.
No matter. If you don't want to answer, it makes no difference to me. This is a waste of time anyway. It's time for me to go. First is 1. Give me your hand. 8. And with this... 9.
The ninth man. Kubota's bracelet.
I believe I've won this game. I've had quite a time playing with you. I must thank Zero, I suppose.
Wait, what? Ace doesn't know who Zero is. What the hell are you planning, Santa?
Yeah, I can't imagine that Santa's just gonna let him stroll out of here. Or June, or whoever Zero actually is, like...
At any rate, This game ends now.
Quite honestly, if he walks through and blows up, I wouldn't be sad. I just don't want that to happen to Lotus. So,
I will escape, and the rest of you will have a slightly less pleasant ending.
I will say, like, assuming we do get out of here, and we don't die, and we don't blow up, and all of that, do we just poop out the bomb? Like, that sort of seems like a very bad time.
I suggest you enjoy your final moments. Goodbye. Wait! What? Why isn't it opening?
I hope that Santa or whoever, whoever Zero is, programmed it specifically so that Ace couldn't get through it. Like, every other bracelet works but one.
One more time. Now open! No! What is this? Why? That digital route should be 9! It has to be 9! Then why? Why isn't it opening?
Because fuck you.
Now!
Yeah!
No!
Go 7.
Oh.
Oh, that was close. Too close. Thank you, 7.
Don't mention it. Just one punch ain't enough for this piece of shit.
There we go. Just shoot the lock like they do in the movies. You have the gun.
After what he did 9 years ago, I ought to rip him to pieces.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
But if a suspect can't talk, they ain't much good.
Well, then what use are you?
Once he's locked up in a cell, we're gonna have a little chat.
9 years ago? Then you must be...
Yeah, you finally figured it out, dumbass.
I will point out, like, there was no other way that he really could have figured that out, to be fair. Like, he can't recognize 7. So, and we know that he wasn't wearing the same thing 9 years ago. The man has prosopagnosia. Like, what context clues did you expect him to pick up on, 7? You just regained your memory 2 minutes ago.
You killed Kubota, Nijisaki, and Musashido, didn't you?
Wait, Nijisaki?
Oh, right. You don't know yet. All right. We'll just go through them in order then. Let's start off with Kubota. You talked to Kubota and managed to convince him to go into door 5 alone. You killed him without making it look like you killed him. The way I figure it, you had 4 motives. 1. In the nonary game, the number 9 is dangerous. Whoever had the 9 bracelet could join whatever team they wanted. Adding 9 to any number doesn't change the digital route, which means that number 9 could do whatever they wanted. You wanted to remove that threat as soon as possible. 2. You wanted the number 9 bracelet for yourself, so that you could make use of its power. In fact, you did use it in the murder of Nijisaki. 3. Even if his number hadn't been 9, Kubota was a problem. He knew your past. He knew what had happened 9 years before. You needed to silence him before he told anyone. 4. But last, and perhaps the most disturbing, you used Kubota as a test. You wanted to know how serious this nonary game was. Was it truly life or death, or simply a harmless prank? You convinced him to break the rules so you could see what would happen. That was why you killed Kubota. But he was only the first.
You know, as a dude that actually knew how all of this worked, the fact that Ace was able to convince him is still wild to me. Like, Kubota, you knew how the nonary game worked. Like, I assume that it had to be styled off of something else, right? Because Ace couldn't have known otherwise what the rule was about the dead, because Snake had the Braille thing, unless that was a feature of the original nonary game. So, Kubota, you knew what was going on. Why did you say, okay, yeah, I'll break the rule?
Next was Nijisaki. While everyone was off looking for the missing parts for the Reds, you ran into Nijisaki near the big hospital room. However, because of your prosopagnosia, you didn't realize he was Nijisaki. Chiefly because, when you met him, he was dressed like Snake. That was why you thought Nijisaki was Snake.
No, that's not... That was Nijisaki? Why? How did...
I'll get to that. Anyway, you thought he was Snake.
See, I can't imagine that Zero changed the rule because Ace was specifically trying to break the rule, right? We confirmed that in the last ending that we got, not this one. Junpei, I believe, is going off of that ending when he's talking about some of this, or he's just like figured it out for himself. I don't know. But we do know that Ace was trying to break the rule, so he had to have known that the rule was in place. And just going through the door wouldn't have broken the rule.
Snake was one of the kids in your experiment 9 years ago. You remembered him because he was the blind kid, but his presence made you think. Snake was one of my subjects 9 years ago. He probably hates me.
He does.
But if that's true, why isn't he saying anything? Is he keeping quiet because he can't see?
Kubota is a dumbass. I'm just gonna put it out there.
Or perhaps he's working with Zero to get revenge on me.
Like, don't get me wrong, Ace does deserve the blame for his murder, but also Kubota can't say that he tried very hard to stop it.
Whatever the reason, anyone who knows my past is a threat. Before he tries anything, I need to get rid of him. That was when you decided you had to kill him. The murder weapon was Kubota's bracelet. You just waved it over the red. Verified your own number and then grabbed Nijisaki's arm and forced it over the scanner panel. Then, when the door opened, you kicked him in. 9 seconds later, the door closed. And then 81 seconds passed. And poor Nijisaki was dead.
Okay, maybe let's not call him poor Nijisaki. Nijisaki was still complicit in killing a kid 9 years ago.
And you mean to say Snake is still alive?
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm as good as new. Thank
He
you
got
for
a
killing
nap.
the wrong man. But I can't say I like knowing that you wanted me dead. Although, to be honest, even if you hadn't tried to kill me, I would still hate you very much.
Well, I wouldn't blame you.
Last but not least, let's talk about Musashido's death. When Clover and I were investigating the chart room, you came over to talk to me. Do you remember what you said?
Oh, a pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
I handed it to you, and you left the room. You had been in charge of the Nonary project. Of course you would have known the solution to every puzzle, which would mean that you also knew how to get out of the wheelhouse. All you had to do was place the watch in the indentation on the door to unlock it. With the door open, you could enter the captain's quarters. Musashido was there. Conveniently placed next to him was an axe that practically begged you to kill him with it. You picked up that axe and buried the blade deep in the other man's chest.
What the hell, man?
One blow was all it took, and then you returned to the chart room as if nothing had happened.
There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me for a moment?
I had no reason to say no, so I followed you to the wheelhouse. When we stepped inside, remember how you slipped your hand into my vest? You pulled out a piece of paper, the one I used to cheat during the vote. But that wasn't really what you were after. Your true purpose had been to slip the watch into my pocket. It wasn't a very good plan. Had way too many holes, and someone saying the wrong thing could have brought it all down around you. You must have been desperate. But what made you willing to risk it all to do it? Ace, Musashido's murder is the only one I don't understand. You obviously did it. But why?
Because of this.
What's with the paper?
Just read it.
Zero's doing a great job of leaving notes.
Let's see. Number 1. There are 2 ways you might survive this ordeal. The first is to win the Nonary game. The second is for you to confess your sins of 9 years past. I have prepared a camera in the captain's quarters. The images captured by that camera will be streamed through a satellite and distributed across the world.
Ooh, I love it. Zero blackmail.
Simply look into the camera and repent. Once you have confessed everything, I will release you from this ship.
Oh, excellent voice actor. Like, Ace has the perfect voice. I cannot imagine him with a different one.
To make your confession more credible, I have left you a witness in the captain's quarters. Perhaps he will confess with you. The decision is yours. Do as you please, Zero.
When I awoke in that room on D-Deck, I found that in my pocket. That was why I chose door 1 when we voted. If I went through that door, I knew I could get to the captain's quarters. As you said, I knew how to enter the wheelhouse. My plan was to find the pocket watch before anyone else. If I could, then my alibi would be set. At least, that was the plan. Unfortunately for me, you got to it first. That sleight of hand was the best I could manage on short notice.
You meant to kill him from the beginning then? Musashido, I mean.
Junpei, why are you surprised by this? He's been scum of the earth every other time.
I only knew Musashido was the witness after I reached the captain's quarters. I asked him, and he answered. He seemed groggy. Perhaps he had only just awoken from sedation. I suppose Nijisaki was in much the same state. He seemed confused and disoriented when I encountered him. But yes, you are correct. I intended to kill him from the beginning, even though I didn't know who he was. I proceeded to the captain's quarters in order to remove this so-called witness.
Ace, you figured it out, haven't you? You were being manipulated.
Yes, so it would seem. I was little more than a puppet, in many ways.
So either Zero is a genius, or Zero's got some, like, time-traveling powers. Because Zero guessed a few too many things right.
Everywhere I went, everything was already prepared. The Reds in the large hospital room were dismantled. Nijisaki was dressed like Snake. There was an axe in the captain's quarters. Musashido was delirious from the anesthetic, so he couldn't fight back. Nijisaki as well. In retrospect, I can't understand how I could have fallen into such a simple trap. But yes, this was a trap. It was Zero's trap. And I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. I did everything he wanted me to do.
Good.
Yeah. By manipulating you, Zero was able to kill 3 people and keep the blood off his own hands.
Or hers.
All of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this Nonary game happened. Am I right, Santa?
Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I don't know any...
Ain't no point trying to play dumb anymore, Santa. Actually, I guess I should call you Aoi Kurashiki, huh? My memory came back to me, kid. You're Aoi Kurashiki, no doubt about it. Never thought I'd be back in this room talking to you. But hey, I guess this was all part of your plan, right? After all, the person who planned the Nonary game this time around was Zero, and Zero's you.
Looks like you really do have your memories back, huh? Well, I guess there's no point in hiding it then, huh? Yeah, you got me. I'm Aoi Kurashiki. I was one of the kids in the Nonary game 9 years ago.
Yeah, that's fair. We can time travel info to past Junpei through the morphogenetic field, so maybe Zero can too.
I made it out. So did Snake over there. But there's one thing... No, I guess there's 2 things you got wrong. Number 1, I ain't Zero.
What?
Wait, what?
Sure, I was helping Zero out, but I'm really more of an assistant, like a secretary.
Oh, that's interesting. What if there were shenanigans that led to Aoi and Akane switching places when one of them died? That could be fun.
But an assistant's only an assistant. I didn't come up with all this.
So you're like Zero Jr.
All I did was follow Zero's orders.
Zero's PA?
Then, if you're not Zero, who is?
Calm down there, Junpei. Didn't I say 2 things? You made one more mistake. Junpei, you just said, all of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this Nonary game happened. But that's not it. Revenge isn't the only purpose.
There we go, Zero's brother.
There's another reason you guys were playing the Nonary game. To save someone.
Are we doing some weird time travel bullshit to save Akane?
Save someone?
Is that why Akane keeps passing out because she died in the incinerator 9 years ago?
Right.
There we go. The other purpose is for June to hit on us.
You were brought here to help my sister. To save Akane.
What the hell are you talking about? Akane Kurashiki died 9 years ago in this room. I was there. I saw... What?
Oh, she's disappeared again. That's a fun little trick.
What the hell? Where is she? Where's Akane Kurashiki? Ugh! Oh, my head! My head, it feels like it's gonna pop.
Do we have a time paradox on our hands? Like, can you live through a time paradox? Can you survive that?
What the hell is going on?
Okay, that was kind of a joke, but it does not seem like he's surviving it very well.
I don't know. I just... Oh! I swear to God, my head feels like it's about to explode!
What was the Nonary Project? I'm sure you know already, but I'll tell you one more time. It was a project designed to test a particular phenomenon. And what was that phenomenon? For two organisms to communicate with one another in the absence of physical contact. The morphogenetic field theory. Could human beings use these invisible fields to exchange information? That was what this experiment was conducted to determine. There were two separate locations. One was the Gigantic, and the other was a building in Nevada called Building Q. The 9 children trapped in Building Q were faced with numerous puzzles, copies of identical ones on the Gigantic. They were told to send their answers into the morphic field set and transmit them to their brothers and sisters on the Gigantic. The transmitters were put in Building Q, and the receivers were put on the Gigantic. Each sibling pair was supposed to be split up, but there was a mistake. Akane was a transmitter. She should have been in Building Q. However, for some reason, she was placed on the Gigantic with the receivers, like me.
And that would be the reason why she couldn't solve whatever the final puzzle was in the incinerator to get out, because she had to transmit, so she couldn't receive, right?
Perhaps she was mistaken for someone who was supposed to be in Group A. Whatever the case, Akane ended up on the Gigantic. I think I've told you enough. You get it, don't you? I'm pretty sure you know where this is going, Junpei.
Where what is going?
Don't play dumb. You know things you shouldn't. Things you couldn't.
Oh, this is actually a plot point? Shit.
How did you know Ace had prosopagnosia?
I thought we were just kind of hand-waving it, like, you know, I, the Somnium Files, when we have things that we can't understand. You mean we're going to get an explanation for this?
How did you know why Ace wanted to kill Kubota and how Nichisaki was killed? Were you surprised when you found out Ace was Hongo? And what about the coffin Snake was trapped in? How the hell did you open it?
Well, that's...
He knew because I knew. Junpei was receiving information that I sent to him through the morphic field set. It's simple, really. How do I know the alternate futures, then? Imagine a river that splits in two, like an upside-down Y. The river flows from the top to the bottom, from a single stream into 2 branches. It only flows in one direction. It can never flow backwards. Information is the same way. It moves from the past to the future, but never flows backward. That's why people at the river's source in the past will never know about those downstream in the future. But the people downstream will never know about one another either. Information only flows along the path of the river. But I am different. I can manipulate the morphic field set to pluck knowledge from the future. I know what happens on either fork of the river, even though the people on either fork know nothing about one another. Now, who am I? I am I, the 9th letter of the alphabet. Oh my god, more 9s. But I am also 0. No, that's not true. I'm not really 0. Not yet. Perhaps you could say I'm less than 0. 0 is my future. In 9 years, I will be 0. Where did she go? June. No, Akane. Where did you go?
Santa!
Why is Clover... Oh, shit.
Freeze.
What do you mean, freeze? Oh. Santa's got the gun. Guess he picked it up when we weren't watching. Looks like he's turned the tables on Ace, though. Wonder how he likes having a gun to his head.
Get up.
Sure isn't about to take that gun off him for a minute, is he? Ace isn't putting up any kind of fight. I mean, I don't think I would either, but he just looks drained. I guess he's going for the door, huh? He doesn't need to verify to go through that door, but
Hey, what's your plan, Santa? What are you doing?
he can't get through any numbered doors with just 2 people. What the hell is he thinking?
Didn't I tell you? I'm Santa Claus. It's time for me to go make a wish come true.
That's it? That's all he's gonna give us? What the hell does that even mean? Shit, they're out. Oh. Okay, bye. If he starts that fucking incinerator, I am gonna be so mad. And now the gate's shut. Looks like the rest of us are stuck in here. They're all looking at me. At least Seven's headache is gone. He seems to be all right. Well, I guess there's no harm in trying. Let's see if this door still opens.
Damn. Well, it looks like this door isn't opening anytime soon.
Oh, you mean we're trapped?
Yeah, it's not great.
So it would seem.
What the hell is Santa trying to do?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, what?
Have you considered where we are? There can really only be one thing Santa would do now.
I don't want the rest of us to burn to death just because Akane burned to death. Like, no offense.
No. No, you can't be serious.
Oh, but he is. Shit, we've got to do something. Maybe we can still get out through door 9. There's the red. Yeah, all right, we can do this. I've just got to... No, it's not going to work. There's no way. The 5 of us can't open this door. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 equals 26. 2 plus 6 equals 8. Is there any combination that'll work?
Junpei, can I borrow your pen and notebook?
Sure, why not? I don't think I'm going to need them. Ever again? Well, she certainly looks purposeful. Looks like she's writing equations. A lot of them. Huh? Oh man, she doesn't look very happy. What? Hey, no need to be ripping pages out like that. Jeez.
What the hell are you doing, Clover? Give me that!
All right, at least 7 got it away from her. Maybe now I can get a look at what she was writing. I don't know why we're getting the live commentary of this. Let's see.
What?
And there's no other way?
Lotus. Looks like she'd figured it out, though. Man, this is just too cruel. She didn't do anything wrong. Look, she has not been particularly nice through this game, but also she's got her kids to go back to.
It's okay. Go.
Lotus.
Come on, you know we can't do that.
It is so ironic, though, that she tried to do like a final 3 deal with us. Only to be the one to be left behind.
Don't give me that. I'm sure you'd love to get rid of me.
God damn it, you idiot!
Whoa, where the hell did that come from? Looks like she expected that about as much as I did.
Without... if you're not... Look, it'd be bad, all right?
For a cop, he sure doesn't have much confidence.
Bad?
Yeah.
Aw.
If there weren't assholes like you around, I'd be out of a job.
So eloquent.
Uh-huh.
Look, I'm just not leaving you behind, all right? End of story.
7.
He's right. I'm not leaving you either.
Me too.
You didn't honestly think I'd abandon you, did you?
Aw.
You're all idiots.
Act as tough as you want, Lotus. We can all see you're about to cry.
That being said, however,
There we go. Lotus just hide in our pockets while we get out.
However,
I doubt we would be able to open the door anyway, even if we were to leave Lotus behind.
Huh? Why?
I trust you remember what happened to Ace? I couldn't, see exactly what happened, but I was able to guess what he was attempting to do earlier at the Red.
oh yeah.
No! What is this? Why? The digital route should be 9! It has to be 9! Then why? Why isn't it opening?
Just to see, why don't we give it a shot?
Give it a shot.
Yes, that is what I said.
Two plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 equals 18. 1 plus 8 equals 9.
You were right.
It ain't opening.
But it did open 9 years ago. The digital route was 9 then, I'm sure of it.
You think maybe they changed the settings?
Perhaps.
Shit. If we can't get through the door, we can't get out. The walls are way too high. There's no way in hell we could get to that hole Seven popped out of 9 years ago. All we can do is stand here and stare at this door with a 9 on it. I guess this is it. This is the end. I was watching. Oh, hey! It's now called Akane Vision. You can't see it behind my head. But in the top right corner there is it's said ADV, which is a visual novel term. But now it says Akane Vision. That's cute. So I'm guessing I am Akane. I was watching. I had watched everything that was reflected in his eyes. I was listening. Every sound that vibrated in his eardrums, I heard. Smell, taste, touch. I felt everything he felt. I knew. I knew everything about him. What he was thinking, what he was feeling, what he was sensing. All of his feelings and worries and fears became mine. My mind, my consciousness was inside of him. Through the morphic field set, we were resonant, and we were as one. I was him, and at the same time, I was an observer. It started with a tremendous noise like a clap of thunder. That was approximately 9 hours ago. A bomb had gone off on the ship we were on. That was when my resonance with him began. My resonant event melted into him, and we became one, inside of Junpei. Somehow I found myself in Junpei's mind, 9 years in the future. But I didn't lose myself. I was living in 2 realities at once. One was the present, and the other was the future. Perhaps you can think of it as 2 movies showing on the same screen at the same time. Eventually, it becomes difficult to separate them and determine which movie is which. However, if I concentrated, I was able to focus on one or the other. That was why I was able to grasp what was happening in front of me.
Come on, over here!
That was my brother, Aoi. He was yelling. I followed him. Around me were 7 other children. They all looked like they were about my age.
Come on, hurry up!
We ran down a long straight hallway and burst into the large hospital room. Everyone was arguing. 2 of the boys got in a fist fight. A girl watching them began to cry. I want to go home, she cried. I want to go home. Another girl slapped the crying girl and glared down at her. It has been 2 hours since the Nonary game began. We were starting to fall apart. But just when all hope seemed lost, Light started talking. He was blind. 9 years later, we would call him Snake.
Hello? Everyone? Could you come over here for a moment?
He was older than most of us, and his voice had authority and dignity. The fights died down, and we gathered around him.
I have a little sister. She is very important, and right now she is over in Building Q, and is desperately trying to send information over to me. Her name is Clover, and today is her 9th birthday.
Whoa, wait. Her name is actually Clover? So, when we all went through this whole, oh, let's make nicknames for each other, Clover just went, so I'm Clover. What? Amazing. That's just so funny to me. As he spoke, he pulled something from his pocket. In his hand were 9 4-leaf clovers.
I was going to give these to her as a birthday present. I was outside picking them when I was abducted. I'm sure I've already told you, but I am blind. For a man who can't see, collecting 9 of a very specific plant is, well, it is difficult. But my sister means a great deal to me. And I hope that these would show her how much I cared for her. Since it's her 9th birthday, I thought 9 4-leaf clovers would be appropriate.
Aww. I assume in Japanese it's Yotsuba, which also means clover, so that this whole 4-leaf clover thing kind of still fit. So it's not like a super uncommon name, but it is like a fun little, like the kanji makes sense.
Every one of you has a brother or a sister in Building Q with Clover. For their sake, we have to survive. We have to get off this ship. If we're going to do that, there are 3 things you have to remember. We need trust and love, and we have to have faith in one another. If we can take all 3 of those to heart, then I promise that good luck will come our way.
And that's how Clover knew that Santa had to be on the ship, because he knew this speech.
Did you know that the leaves on the 4-leaf clover mean faith, trust, love, and luck? Those words are leaf words. So if you believe what I've told you, and you understand, then I want you each to have one of these. They're a promise between friends.
He gave a clover to each of us. I took one too. Eventually, he was left with only a single 4-leaf clover. He had one last thing to say.
Now don't ever forget, so long as you have that, we will always be connected. Do you understand?
When he finished, the tension of only a few minutes before was gone. We were calm.
I don't know that we'll ever find this out, but I do wonder if the clover in the Clover bookmark is this clover. Whether that was the one that Santa had or the one that Akane had, and somehow the time paradox didn't get it.
After that, we ran around the ship for a while longer and opened several of the numbered doors until we finally found a door with the number 9 on it. In fact, there were 2 doors with 9 on them, and we found them in the chapel. We split into 2 groups and walked through the doors. Before long, we all found ourselves in a room with a ceiling that looked like an upside-down funnel. For some reason, this room had another number 9, but this time it was the only one. But if there was only one door, that meant only 5 people could escape.
What are we gonna do? There aren't any other doors!
We began to panic. Then, as if things had not gotten bad enough already,
Warning. Emergency incineration command has been acknowledged. Automatic incineration will take place in 18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately. Repeat, emergency incineration command has been acknowledged.
What? What's happening? What did that thing say? That didn't sound good.
my brother Aoi swallowed hard and answered,
I think it means this room is gonna burn.
Burn!
The plaque on the door says incinerator, and that voice said that the incineration is about to start. And incinerate means to burn.
No! Help me!
Abject terror filled the room as everyone began to scream and cry. Every pair of eyes were filled with despair. Then, high up on the wall, a door opened and a man appeared. He was a huge, frightening mountain of a man, as large as a bear. 9 years later, we would call him Seven.
Don't worry, kids. I'm not your enemy. I'm one of the good guys. I'm a detective. I'm here to rescue you.
The rest happened just like Seven had said it did. The 4 of us who had stayed behind were saved by Seven. We crawled through the vent, away from the incinerator, and slid down the hall. We came out on the other side of door 9. On the wall opposite the door was a set of double doors. We went through those and began to run up the spiral stairs. As we ran, I led the way. Behind me were Nona, my brother Aoi, Snake, and Seven. The other children, the ones who'd gone through door 9 before us, were up ahead. I could hear them cheering each other on. We ran and ran and ran. We leapt across as many of the stairs as we could and kept running. The stairs spiraled upward like a tornado. Eventually, I pulled ahead of the rest. Perhaps Nona had slowed them down. I didn't want to lose them, so I slowed down as well. I didn't stop, but I glanced over my shoulder from time to time to see if they had caught up. That was when I realized...
Oh no, where is it? Did I drop Jumpy's present?
I knew I'd had it with me when we passed through the vent. Then, had I dropped it as we slid out? I had to go back. I had to. But I knew I couldn't tell the others. They would stop me. I was sure of that.
Well, they probably should have stopped you, girl.
I didn't stop to think. I simply moved. I ran to the central hall, the room that connected to all the other areas of the ship. I hid in the shadows, and moments later I felt a rush of wind as they ran past me, up the staircase. I waited until they were out of sight, and then I ran. I moved as quietly as I could, down and down and down. Finally, I reached the bottom deck. I ran into the hallway and looked around frantically.
There it is!
It was just where I thought it would be, sitting under the opening of the vent. I ran over and snatched it from the floor, but as I ran back towards the stairs and freedom, the door to the incinerator opened, and a man stepped out. It was Hongo, Gentaro Hongo. 9 years later, we would call him Ace.
Ah, how wonderful to see you decided to come back.
His smile made my blood run cold. It looked mechanical, as if someone had simply pulled up the corners of his mouth.
Come with me. We must continue the experiment.
I shook my head, eyes wide. Slowly, I began to walk backwards. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. Then I spun around and broke into a run. I felt Hongo's hand close over my left wrist.
I said, come with me.
There was an edge of insanity to his voice now. I pulled as hard as I could.
No! Stop! Let go of me! Let go!
I shook my body and flailed my arms, trying desperately to get Hongo to let go of me. But I was still only a child. I was no match for a man like Hongo.
Stop struggling, goddammit! Do as I tell you!
He heaved on my arm, trying to pull me into the incinerator. I screamed.
Help me! Somebody help me!
Then, suddenly,
Akane!
the door to the stairs flew open, and my brother Aoi burst out of it. Behind him came Seven and Snake.
Akane!
He cried my name again as he leapt towards Hongo.
You came back!
I cried out. But then,
Ah! You're too late, idiot!
How much of a villain do you have to be to call a kid an idiot? Like, it's such an easy bar to pass, and this man just fails on every single obstacle.
Hongo threw his full weight against my arm, pulling us both into the incinerator.
Ah!
The force of it threw me to the floor. I scrambled to my feet and looked toward the open number 9 door. Hongo stood between it and me, but behind him I could see my brother, his fists clenched. But those fists never reached Hongo. With the cold, heartless screech of metal on metal, the door slammed shut. Hongo glanced at me mechanically, his face registering that there was an object there, but not anything he would consider a human being. Then he turned away and walked to the red that sat next to the door. He reached into his pocket and removed 2 bracelets. He waved them both over the scanner panel. 2 asterisks appeared on the red. He checked the screen, then tossed the bracelets carelessly onto the floor. What was he doing? What was the point? He made no effort to explain himself, of course. He said nothing at all and walked past me as though I were nothing more than a rock by the roadside. A few moments later, the 2 other doors slid shut as well. Faintly, I could hear someone pounding on the door behind me. I turned around and ran to the door with the 9.
Akane! Akane! Are you okay?
I could hear a voice from the other side of the door. A worried, frightened voice.
Help me!
My throat was already raw, but I screamed as loud as I could. My voice echoed lonely around the empty room.
What should I do? I think I'm trapped in here!
Where's Hongo?
He went out the other door!
What?
Then it started again.
Warning, warning. Emergency Incineration Command has been acknowledged. Incineration will begin in...
Oh, now we're at Junpei Vision. The fuck? He turned on the incinerator? The fuck, Seven? Santa, not Seven. Sorry, Santa. Seven, you didn't need to catch that stray.
18 minutes. Please evacuate the incinerator immediately.
Holy shit. Man, I knew what it was gonna say, but that is one hell of a creepy voice.
I knew it!
It's starting.
Santa started the incinerator.
Bitch.
Fuck! Man, I never thought I'd hear that damn voice again after 9 years.
What the hell? What the hell? What in God's name are you talking
Oh,
about?
poor Lotus has no idea what anyone is talking about here.
It's 9 years this and 9 years that, and when it's not 9 years something, then you're talking about some sort of fucking experiments. You aren't making any sense.
This poor woman. Like, she was willing to sacrifice herself, and she has no clue what is going on.
I'm sorry, Lotus, but we really don't have time to explain it right now. I promise. I'll tell you everything once we get out of here.
But
Incineration will begin in 17 minutes.
You know what that means, right? Incinerate means burn.
Thank you, Clover. I think we're all adults here. I'm gonna move myself down, just so that you guys can see when we switch from Junpei to Akane.
what kind of idiot do you think I am? I know what incinerate means.
Well,
God damn it. Okay, fine. I won't ask anything else. Talk about whatever you want. But you have to do something for me. 7, figure this out.
Yeah, Seven, figure it out.
Why me?
Just shut up and stop this thing.
How the hell?
There has to be some sort of emergency shut-off button.
There isn't anything like that.
How the hell do you know?
Because I looked for it 9 years ago.
Okay, but how, not to be an asshole, but you can't see anything, man. Yeah, Lotus isn't happy about that. Can't really blame her. Wait. The floor, it's moving. What else can I say about it, but...
What the hell is that?
what is that?
What else could I say? The floor opened and a machine rose up out of it. It looked like a computer. At least, it kinda did. There was a monitor, a keyboard, and a cross-shaped device of some kind. Something about the machine scared me, but I forced myself to walk up to it. I was terrified. Tears poured down my face. I wiped them off, even as more took their place, and forced myself forward. Finally, I reached it. I looked at the screen. It was blank. All I saw was my own frightened face staring back at me from the glass, drenched in tears. All I can see on this screen is a reflection of my own face. I'm looking kind of freaked out. I know I'm sweating like crazy, but seeing it kind of drives it home. Okay, Junpei, just calm down, all right? Everything's gonna be okay. Man, I wish that thing would just shut up.
Incineration will begin in 15 minutes.
We've spent 4 minutes staring at this thing. All right, back to this thing. If it's only showing up now, then it's gotta be important. But what the hell am I supposed to do with it?
Hey, move!
Oh yeah, we have our resident hacker. Hey, we're all tense, lady. That doesn't mean you get to shove people around.
Okay, it's turned on. There's nothing on the screen, though. Oh, this is bad. This is really bad. If there's nothing on here, how are we supposed to do anything with it?
Sure, I'll just push buttons. I'm sure that'll... Huh. Well, at least it's on now. What's on the screen, though?
What is this?
The fuck is that?
What's up?
It looks like some sort of puzzle.
Fuck me. It's got a bunch of letters and numbers scattered across a 5x5 grid. Couldn't we just do a Sudoku? Like, what the fuck, Ace? The numbers range from 1 to 8.
Do you think that if we solve this puzzle,
the incinerator will stop? Yeah. Well, we can hope, right?
All right, puzzle. How do you work? Oh, man, that goddamn voice again.
Incineration will begin in 13 minutes.
Shit, 13 minutes. Can we really do this? My heart feels like it's gonna pop. My heart was pounding like it was about to explode. I stared at the puzzle on the screen. I was sure I had to solve it somehow, but I had no idea how. My connection to Jumpy had been gone for a while. His mind was gone. I couldn't get any more information from him. I felt the seconds tick by as I stared at the screen, completely lost. My cheeks felt hot as tears poured over them. Then I heard a voice.
Hey, what are you doing?
It was muffled. I turned around. Pressed against the window in the entry door was a face. A frightening, evil face. It was Hongo. How long had he been watching me?
Don't know what to do?
He was yelling, but his voice was still muffled.
It's simple, really. But I suppose I might as well tell you. Just solve the puzzle on that machine.
His laughter was muffled by the door, but it still tore at my heart like the claws of a vicious monster. I bit my lip and glared at Hongo, struggling to hold back hot tears.
You're a terrible person! I hate you!
Okay, Akane, with all my love, is now the time to do this.
Oh my. How could you call a gentleman such as myself a terrible person? That's not very nice.
Okay.
I'm quite fair. I don't use tricks or play dirty.
Okay.
You see? I've even left you a way out.
A way out?
Didn't you hear me? All you have to do is solve that puzzle. Do that, and you can stop the incinerator.
What's the point of stopping it? You'll only capture me and make me do this all again. I'm not going to listen to you. If you're just going to throw me back in here, I might as well just die now.
My goodness, haven't you listened to anything I've said? I told you, I'm a fair man.
Are you?
Huh?
You haven't shown that at all, so...
If you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will in turn activate. If this experiment is to deliver valid results, there must be a chance of success. If you succeed, you will escape.
The verification function of the red?
Then I remembered. Before Hongo left the room, he had scanned 2 bracelets into the red.
Ah, so you do remember. Right now there are 2 numbers in the red. The first is 1, and the second is 3. Say, Akane, what's your number?
I looked down at my left hand. The face on my bracelet showed a 5. 1 plus 3 plus 5 equals 9. I ran to the door with the 9 on it. I grabbed the red and put my hand against the scanner panel.
You really aren't one for listening, are you?
Well, she's about to be incinerated, so...
I hear Hongo's muffled voice from across the room.
I've already told you, didn't I? Once you solve the puzzle, the verification function of the red will activate. In other words, if you haven't solved the puzzle, you can't enter your number. What kind of fool are you?
Why are you doing this?
You could never understand. You don't know what it's like to spend every day surrounded by monkeys. Now start the experiment. Solve the puzzle.
I can't! I don't know how!
Of course you don't. Isn't that the point? You understand, don't you? Access the morphogenetic field and find the solution.
I can't!
Then you'll die. You'll burn alive. It's gonna be quite hot in there in a few minutes. I imagine it will be very painful.
Let me just say, he's got his evil laugh down.
His horrible laugh echoed across the room, and even after his face disappeared from the window, I could hear it.
Incineration will begin in
There we go, surrounded by monkeys. Buddy, that is not the worst thing to be surrounded
10
by.
minutes.
Ask chat.
I was crying, great gulping sobs broken by hiccups that shook my body. I was terrified. I could feel my fear pressing down on me like a tremendous weight. Somehow, I forced my shaking legs to carry me back to the device. I stared at the monitor.
I can't. I just can't. There's no way. I can't figure this out.
Girl, I can't figure it out. Like, what the fuck is that?
What was I going to do? I didn't know. I didn't even know where to start. Fear scattered my thoughts, and all I could think of was how I was going to die. My palms were sweating, and my blood was boiling in my veins. It was hot. So hot. I couldn't breathe. I felt dizzy. My heart roared in my chest as if it would pound itself to pieces.
Well, this is the most fucked up find a way out so far.
I reached into my pocket. I wrapped my hand around the thing I'd come back to get. The doll Jumpy had given me. At least I had that. I held it tight with both hands and prayed.
Help me, Jumpy! Help me! Help me! Help me! Jumpy! 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 Please! Help me! Jumpy!
Akane?
Akane?
Who the hell is Akane?
Shut up! Just
Poor
shut the
Lotus.
hell up!
Seven and Lotus don't understand. I think Clover and Snake have an idea, though. Clover's looking at me, and I think Snake may have figured it out. No, it doesn't matter. They're in my way. Where'd she go? Maybe over here?
Akane! Akane! Can you hear me? Akane! Say something!
Fuck. Did something break our connection? I swear I just heard her. Shit.
Akane! Answer me! Akane!
Jumpy?
I spun around. I heard a voice. His voice. I looked around. He wasn't in the room, of course, but I'd heard it so clearly. Like he was right there.
Jumpy!
I screamed as loud as I could.
Akane!
Jumpy!
That's her. She's there. Then that means...
Akane! Akane!
I don't know why it didn't read the rest of that sentence.
Are you in an incinerator right now?
Yes, I am! How did you know?
I couldn't believe that he knew that. Now I understand what Santa meant.
Right. There's only one way to help her. You were brought here to help my sister. To save Akane.
Well, it wasn't just so that Akane could practice her moves on us.
I think I get it now.
Incineration will begin in 7 minutes.
Okay, can we like wrap this up and start solving the puzzle? Because we've lost 18 minutes. Not 18. We've lost 11 minutes out of 18. I know how to do math. It's fine.
Jumpy, we don't have time!
As quickly as I could, I told him that I had to solve the puzzle in order to stop the incinerator.
Got it!
And I do. I get everything now. At last, I finally understand what all of this means. I know why the Nonary game was held today. I know why we were kidnapped and brought here. It was all for this moment. All of this was planned out to lead to this one moment. Oh my god. This is insane. I can't believe it, but there's only one possible answer. June is. Zero is. Akane Kurashiki. She recreated the history of the future that she had a glimpse of 9 years ago. She tried to save herself that way 9 years ago. No, she's trying to save herself right now. That means that there's only one thing for me to do. Even if this is all some sort of insane plan, I will save her. I will save Akane Kurashiki. I must save her, no matter what. We called it! June is Akane is Zero. I think I was supposed to, like, swap those around somehow. Don't ask me how.
Incineration will begin in 6 minutes.
The voice reminded me of how much time I had left.
Jumpy!
Yeah, I know. Just hang on, alright? I promise I'll get you out of there. I'm not gonna let you die. I promise. So don't worry, alright? Just give me a few minutes, okay?
Okay.
My voice shook as I answered. It was hot in the room. It felt like my heart was on fire. 6 minutes or not, my heart burned with my feelings for him.
Girl, you're like 11. Like 12. Something in that range. All right, time to get to work, Junpei.
Is Snake talking to them about something? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Get out of my way.
Hey, what are you...
Just trust me, okay?
Sorry, Lotus, I didn't mean to snap, but there's a lot more at stake here than your pride. I'll apologize later, all right? Now let's have a look at this thing. We've got numbers all over this grid. I think the panels are out of order. So I just need to switch these out? Staring at it isn't going to accomplish anything. I'll just have to try it.
Just think of what I did all those times before. I'm gonna do this on my own, with my own mind. I'm gonna solve this problem.
Alright, let's try to solve this. Okay, so I have a 1. Oh, I have a hint. The fuck does that mean? I don't have 9s. Or 2s.
When I pressed hint, numbers appeared in the empty spots on the grid. They're all single digits. I get the feeling that the numbers change when I switch out the yellow squares. But this square at the bottom, why does it stay blank when I press hint? Pressing the button again makes the numbers disappear. Looks like I can turn them on and off. Then, is there some special meaning to there being 2 modes? What could it mean?
Shit, I don't know.
When I flip the hint off, all the empty spots look like the one in the bottom right. Does that mean they're supposed to match? Maybe I need to make all the numbers in the squares the same.
Switch out a yellow square. The numbers that show up in the hint change too. Holy shit! Hi, welcome! You're about to see me have this whole breakdown as I try to figure out what the fuck this thing is.
It looks like the numbers are affected by the adjacent squares.
For example, when I switch out 3 with 5, the hint number increases by 2. Okay, so am I supposed to make everything 9s?
I bet the hint just adds the surrounding numbers.
Okay, so... Okay. I don't know what P is. I could probably do the math on that, but I'm not going to. Alright, so all I've got is this 2 that's not a 9 now. Okay. Oh, that's a fun fact. The final puzzle was changed for the port. This was originally just a Sudoku, but upside down. You know what? I could have done a Sudoku. I know how to do that. What the fuck is this? Okay. Okay, the hint displays what the adjacent yellow squares add up to. So most of the answers should be 2 digits. Okay, well then making everything 9s didn't work out for me.
But each square only has a single digit. They must be calculated in different ways. Digital roots? If they're digital roots, then they'll always end up as 1 digit.
Okay, well maybe I was doing the right thing then. Okay, so... There's a dumb trick to this puzzle if you just look at the letters. Oh, no. Okay, so what letters do I have? P, R, W, S... A, I, O, D. Okay, so let's try... I swear to God, if this says password, I'm gonna be so mad. I think you and I were on the same page Oh my god. That is so stupid. What the fuck? What the hell? What do you mean, please enter password? I don't have a password. No! Is the password password? Enter. No, it's not that. Shit, was I supposed to be remembering something? Fuck me. What would the password be? I've loved it so far. I've personally really been vibing with the story. Up until this entire moment. But I found it fun. Let's see. What's our password? How about, does Kurashiki fit? I don't know why it would be that, but no. How about Junpei? Jumpy? What am I supposed to be guessing? Password. I'm inputting a password now. Thank you, Junpei. Thank you. Are there any hints? Are there? What the hell am I supposed to put here? Are there any hints? It says password. No, not that. It's Nonary game related. Please backseat. I'm so lost. Well, that's a stupid password. 2 + 4 + 5 + 7 + 8.
Yes, that's it. Akane, did you get it?
Yes, I did! I solved it! I mean, really, you solved it for me, but I copied everything you did!
Girl, I don't know what I did, so neither of us know what happened there, but the morphogenetic field was chat.
Now I just have to press enter!
Well, then press it! What are you waiting for?
What are you waiting for? Push it!
Okay, I will!
I hit the enter key.
Emergency shutdown command has been confirmed. Incineration system has been disabled.
Oh, thank God. I feel like the Sudoku would have been so much easier. You are the vibes master, like, incredible.
Jumpy!
I'm over here trying to put in a 8 to 12 character password with a capital letter, a lowercase letter, and a special character, so there we go. The morphogenetic field means nothing here. We just galaxy brained.
It worked! It worked! The incinerator shut down! It worked!
Tears rolled down my face as I cried out to him, but they were a very different sort of tears. A wonderful feeling of accomplishment and relief flooded my body. At the same time, what strength I'd had left disappeared, and I collapsed to the floor. For a while, I just lay there, laughing and crying, and enjoying while being alive.
Girl, get out of the damn incinerator! Come on! You can do it! Yeah, exactly. The Sudoku makes so much more sense. Like, it's a 9 thing. I don't know how Akane was supposed to solve that, as me, as a 30-year-old woman, could not solve that on my own. So, like, fuck you, Ace.
Every time I thought about him, I thought my heart would burst.
There we go. It's like how we... You did guess a lot of the Danganronpa 2 killers just on those jokes. It was pretty incredible to watch. I can't quite believe I did that. But I am so glad. So glad. I feel like my heart's on fire. Okay, guys, we're still in an incinerator. No, I don't have time to be thinking about that kind of shit. I need to tell Akane.
Akane, sorry, but things are kind of busy over here. I'm gonna have to hang up now, okay?
Yeah, let's put down the phone. I don't know why it can't be a cell phone, but...
I wiped the tears from my eyes and nodded vigorously, even though I knew he couldn't see me. Then I looked over at the corner of the floor. There were the 2 bracelets Hongo had left behind.
Now,
Well, Seven and Lotus don't look particularly happy with me. Not a very nice look to give someone who just saved your lives, guys.
Junpei, are you...
Okay?
No, I've lost it, but it's fine.
shut it.
Right. Okay, so maybe they have a reason to be pissed off. So what if I haven't pressed the enter key yet? Oh my god, Junpei! All right, nothing holding me back now. Here goes. Wait.
Incineration will begin in 90
Oh
seconds.
my god.
It doesn't sound like it's stopping.
It does not. I think we're gonna all burn to death.
What the shit? Why isn't it stopping?
Okay, maybe I didn't hit the key hard enough. Just hit it again. And again. And again. Okay, that's not working either. The alarm's still going off. What the hell is going on? I've got all the right numbers in the right boxes. It's perfect. You know what? We could have said that as well with the Sudoku. I can do a Sudoku. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. So the Junpei vision on the DS version was on one screen and the Akane vision was on another screen. So when they flip-flop, they're going back and forth between the top and bottom screens. You know what? That's called working with your hardware. It doesn't quite work that way on here. So why the fuck isn't this thing stopping?
Incineration will begin in 60 seconds.
If we die here, because Akane didn't realize that we're too stupid to get out on our own, like, I don't know what to do, guys. Wait, of course. That's what the numbers that showed up after the puzzle mean. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8. If that thing is a fucking Q and not a 9, I'm gonna lose it. Snake, Clover, me, Seven, and Lotus. Then door 9. No, that's it. The number on that door isn't a 9. It's not even a number. Oh my god.
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that...
Holy shit. Of course. Then we just have to put the right number into the red and...
Incineration will begin in 30 seconds.
Run, guys! Get to the door! Run!
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit! Don't have much time! Man, I sure hope they can just trust me on this one, or we are all fucked. Alright, no time to explain, just go!
Quick! Verify your numbers on the red!
Verify? Who?
What combination?
All of us! We all need to verify!
Why?
Do we have time for that, Lotus?
You really think this is a good time to ask questions? Just do it!
I know you don't know anything that's going on here. Hurry, 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 hurry!
Incineration will begin in 10 seconds.
We're gonna die.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Central gate has been opened. Incineration system has been disabled.
Oh, thank God. Yay! Oh, thank fucking Christ. No, no time to be happy, time to go!
Hurry! We've only got 9 seconds before the door closes! Go, go, go!
Come on, guys, move it! Okay, they're all through. Move it, Junpei! Just in time. That deadhead just better be on the wall. And there goes the door. No, don't calm down yet. You're not done. We still gotta find the dead. I feel stressed out, and all I've done is sat here and complained, so...
Shit. Looks like we made it, huh?
Man, that guy sure can laugh when he wants to. Looks like Clover and Lotus are totally out of energy. Snake is shaking his head wearily. I just want to take a nap, but...
Akane? Akane! Can you hear me? Akane!
I want to tell her we made it. I want to tell her how good I feel. But nothing. My heart's racing. Yeah, exactly. This is like all those times that the Great Ace Attorney script talked about stereoscopes to show off the 3DS's capabilities, except for they kept that in. At least this one, like, I don't know, give me an upside down Sudoku. I don't know, man.
The door opened. Standing in front of it was my brother.
Oh,
Akane!
we're gonna get the reunion.
Oi!
Because she lived.
I cried his name, even though my voice was almost gone from screaming, and leapt into his arms.
Oh, oi!
Akane!
So, all the times that she disappeared on us then, was that because she died in the other timeline, or it, like, we hit the Y? Because at that point we couldn't save her. So then she just disappeared from history? There we go. We can always turn the monitor upside down too. Like, we could have made it work. Yeah, the fevers. So, those must have been the times that she just burned to death? That is horrific.
I buried my face in his chest and cried again. I cried and cried and cried. The steady thump of his heart in my ear made me feel like I was home. Its beat was almost like a lullaby. I wrapped my arms around him as far as they would go and held him as tight as I could. Just to be there felt like a miracle. I hadn't felt the warmth of another human body in what had seemed like an eternity. I just wanted to stay there in his arms forever, but I couldn't. The moment I'd passed through the door, my bracelets had begun the countdown to death. I leapt away from him and looked around. The door had already closed. I spotted the dead only a short distance away. It took me only a moment to get to and scan all the bracelets. I left the ones Hongo had dropped on the scanner panel. That was it.
And he's just gonna let you guys leave? Like asking for a friend? Because I swear to God, if you get stuck in another one of these, I don't know how many more escape room things we can take.
I took a deep breath and looked around again. The huge detective who'd we call 7 in 9 years, and Snake, the blind boy, were looking at me. They seemed to have been utterly stunned by my sudden appearance. Their eyes were wide and their mouths hung open.
All right, let's get out of here. If we don't book it, we might run into Hongo again.
Aoi was right. It was time we got moving. The mention of Hongo seemed to jar 7 and Snake out of their surprise, and they nodded. We took off running up the spiraling stairs to freedom.
Yeah, it's interesting to think about. So every time she has a fever, it's a timeline she was about to get cooked. So when we went through, I think it was door 6, there was no ability to save her in that one. So she knocked out at the beginning of that one. I think the only time I can't think of is right at the beginning. Like, when we all meet in the big staircase and then she all of a sudden collapses. Because obviously we were at the beginning of the 9 hours. So I'd be interested to see, like, why that one happened. But there's 2 more games in the series. There's always a chance. Look, I don't know if this is a whole flirting technique now. Like, is this the only way that we know how to flirt with Akane, is she sets up things that are going to kill us and we solve them? We can all have different foreplay. I don't know.
Time for more running. But if they can get us out of here,
No wonder we're running so hard.
my heart's beating so hard I can barely hear.
God, I can't wait to breathe real air again. Huh? Is 7 talking?
Hey, Junpei, can I ask you something?
What's up?
That door, the one with the 9 on it. Why'd it open?
Yeah, all 5 of us verified our numbers on the red. 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 is 26. That makes our digital route 8. It shouldn't have opened.
That's not like you, Lotus. I thought you would have figured it out already.
Junpei, she has no idea what's going on here. I don't know how many times she has to say that. There is no, like, 9 years ago or anything like that. Girl is just here because there was a gun to her head.
Huh? Why?
Because you were the person who taught me about the idea of bases.
Bases?
Yeah. What are the 2 numbers in base 2?
0 and 1.
How about base 10?
That goes from 0 to 9, right?
And how about base 16?
0 through F. After 9, it starts at A and goes from there. B, C, D, etc.
You're right. In other words, A in base 16 is 10 in base 10. B is 11, C is 12, D is 13, and so on.
So, what about it?
You don't get it? What if we keep going with that pattern? What if you go way past base 16 all the way to base 27?
Base 27?
Yeah.
Well, the numerical digits are the same, so I guess you'd add alphabetical digits. E is 14, F is 15.
I was joking about
G
Q.
is 16.
I mean, I was kind of joking about Q. There was only a couple of different ways this one worked.
H is 17. I is 18. J is 19.
And I also did all that counting on my hands, you know, in the captain's quarters, so...
K is 20.
I vaguely
L
remembered
is
some of
21,
these.
M is 22.
N is 23. O is 24. P is 25.
Yeah, and? What comes after that?
Oh,
Q.
26.
And what does that mean?
There wasn't a 9 on the door.
It was a Q. A fucking lowercase q.
Yep, that's pretty much it. I guess to put it another way, you could say that it was a 9 in base 10, but a Q in base 27.
Time for more running. God, my thighs are killing me. I swear, any moment now I'm gonna tear a muscle. I feel like every cell of my body is dying for air. I will say, Junpei and Akane have a weird idea of what flirting is, and there were points where I wasn't sure I wanted to be involved in it, so... Exactly. Q, Q, Q. We did see the elevator scene. It was a little bit traumatic. Damn, every breath I take is a chore now. I feel like my lungs are gonna burst. Maybe just a short rest. No, can't stop. Don't have time. Clover and Lotus are doing this in heels. Holy shit. That would hurt so bad. Come on, Link, there can't be many more of these steps left. Let's run! Run! Like a bullet down a rifle barrel. Like a tornado cutting through a sea of clouds. I feel like we're running along the back of a giant coiled dragon. Finally. There we go, climbing stairs ASMR. I will say, they did a lot of work with that panting audio, because we have heard it like 900 times. Jesus, I can barely breathe. No, Junpei, no time to rest. Pull yourself together, you're almost there.
All right, I'm gonna open it.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, come on,
We're finally here.
let's get through the door.
Please do.
Sure, you look like a big heavy door. But you're the only thing standing between me and my freedom. But even more important than that, you're the only thing standing between me and Akane. You're gonna open, and you're gonna open now. I'm sorry, it would have been so funny if he'd just been unable to open that. Maximizing those VA funds, absolutely.
I felt a hand on my shoulder. It was Aoi's. He gave it a small, reassuring squeeze. I was so happy I felt like I could melt. My heart was at peace. And not only because my brother and I were back together again. Thanks to the huge detective, all 9 of us who had been kidnapped were finally able to escape from the Gigantic.
Wait a second. This is gonna be a stupid question. But if the Gigantic sank already, where the fuck are we?
On the distant horizon, we could see the faint outline of the ship as it sank.
Are we in Nevada? Like, I don't know how rich you have to be to pick up a building like that. But I mean, I assume we're not at the bottom of the ocean. There we go. We all just failed to open it, the door, because we turned the door the wrong way. There we go. We're on the Gigantic Junior. They built another ship.
It gave a thunderous roar as it finally slipped beneath the waves. Its last cry echoed out across the ocean, and then it was gone.
It's over.
Aoi whispered,
Yeah.
it was over. It was finally over. Or was it? Was it really? No, that was wrong. That wasn't it at all. I was sure of it. This wasn't the end. It was only the beginning. This was only a prologue to what would happen in 9 years.
Yes, finally, air! Damn, that sun is bright. I can barely see anything. Huh. I gotta admit, this doesn't look quite like... Wait,
No way.
you have gotta be shitting me.
What?
It can't be.
This is...
Poor Snake has been running around here without shoes on. This poor man.
This is the building in the Nevada desert.
the mock experiment building.
Oh my god. This whole time we were in Building Q.
And we had to get out using Q. God damn it, Akane. What the fuck? Sure enough, that's a desert out there, with mountains all around it. Hello there, sun. Boy, am I ever glad to see you. I don't think I have ever been so happy to see a sunrise. Huh? Did I just hear something fall? Yay! We're done with our bracelets! Right, our bracelets. I guess I've never really got a good look at the underside of one of these. Let's see what's inside you. Just a little electronic chip, like in an ATM card. That's it. There's nothing else. Nothing that even looks like a detonator. I mean, Junpei, what would a detonator look like? Do you know what it would look like? Because I don't. Little electronic clip could probably do it. Yeah, now to poop out the bombs. How are they getting back to Japan? It's a good question. How did we get here? Like, Akane, how rich are you? Did you do a charter flight? Because otherwise, how did you get 7 grown adults across a continent? I feel like at some point we may have remembered customs. There was never a detonator to begin with. Figures.
Akane.
Jumpy.
Guess I must be pretty crazy about the girl if I think I'm hearing her voice in the wind. Literally, we're in the middle of the desert. How are we getting out of here? There we go, just flap our wings and fly. All right, well, we finished it. Also, this Japanese cast is stacked. Holy shit. Well, we didn't find a mummy. But is anything real? Does it matter? Oh, interesting. So on door 4, when Santa asks if you play and you answer, you mean stocks, he'll answer he invested in Cradle Pharmaceutical, which might explain where they got that cash. I guess that makes sense, especially if we assume that Akane can actually see the entire flow of time, like she was kind of talking about there. Like, you could basically win the lottery. But clearly she knows a lot about Cradle Pharmaceuticals because there was so much Sopril on that ship, supposedly, based on how many people were incapacitated. And, you know, us. Damn. So she is rich. So now she can spend all of her money doing, I don't know, fun little escape rooms for the rest of her life. Like, where do you even go from here? This kind of feels like pinnacle of your life. Like this, hey, I did this massive project and saved my own life. Like, how do you find meaning in anything else? The next two games are clearly Akane just trying to find her passion.
Are you okay?
Oh, come on. This is nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't look okay.
It was just before the end of elementary school. Jumpy and I were sitting next to each other on a small hill, looking down at the town as the sun slowly set.
How does it look then?
He was half serious and half joking. I thought about it for a minute first.
Well, let's see. It looks like you kissed a toad and got warts, but then they just kept growing and growing and growing.
What does that even mean?
Junpei grinned and...
Ow, 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 ow.
See? I told you you're not okay. You're too reckless. You can't beat 5 8th graders, Jumpy. That's crazy.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah, but I couldn't just stand there. I mean, don't you think so? I had to do something.
Hey, she left us a car.
Look at the Nevada desert go past. For an SUV, this thing has a pretty smooth ride. Sure was nice of someone to leave it for us outside the building, keys in the ignition and gas in the tank. Almost like it was a present, you know?
Okay, who gets to keep the car at the end?
Anyway, we jumped in, and now here we are, screaming across the desert. Lotus is over there in the passenger seat.
Snake and Seven and I are all squeezed into the back seat here. I still can't believe we let her drive.
Woohoo! This is so fun!
I mean, what's she gonna crash into over here? Like a cactus?
This is so awesome! Driving is so great when there's nothing around, and there's no speed limit.
Hey, Clover, watch those bumps, all right? This car jumps even a little, and I think I'm gonna get crushed to death.
Hey, shut it. I can't help if I'm big, all right? Suck it up.
Why don't you drive, Seven?
I'm a cop. I ain't gonna break the law.
He doesn't have an international license.
Clover, do you?
Yeah, but you could have sat in the passenger seat.
Oh, hell no. There's no way I'm giving this scene up. And Clover, there's no need to slow down. The car Santa and June are in should be somewhere down this road ahead of us.
Yeah, I saw some fresh tire tracks going out. There's no doubt about it.
Then we've got to hurry if we want to catch them, don't we?
Sure thing.
We gotta all get together. I don't know how we feel about them at this point, considering the fact that we possibly almost just died, but you know. Oh, shit. God damn it, she doesn't have to drive so fast. What are you, Junpei, a grandpa? Man, I didn't even think a car like this could go this fast. We're sure throwing up a lot of dust. What needs to see? It's the desert, right? Uchikoshi held a Twitter poll and 65% of voters declared Snake gay by popular consensus. The fact that it's only 65% is what surprises me. Like, not saying anything about him, we're talking about just Twitter makeup. And I absolutely should have clicked on the bed if there was suggestive dialogue between Snake and Junpei. That is amazing.
It was a couple hours after we'd run into the junior high students. They'd been hiding in the bushes on the back of one of the hills,
Drenching a kitten in gasoline. What the fuck?
The moment we saw what they were doing, Jumpy ran up to them furious.
Hey! What the hell are you doing?
Then he jumped on him. He quickly scooped up the kitten and tossed it to me. I caught it and ran for the police station as fast as I could.
Help me! Officer, please! You have to come with me!
The policeman and I headed back to the hill. All we found was Jumpy, sprawled on the ground with a face covered in big swelling lumps.
You couldn't run away after you threw the kitty to me?
I asked him. He stuck his tongue out through the hole in his mouth where a tooth had fallen out.
Aren't you in, like, 6th grade? Does that grow back, or are we finding out that Junpei's had some dental work done?
Yeah, I guess I could've.
Then why didn't you?
I didn't want to. I wanted to beat him up. Beat him up real good.
Because of what they were doing to the kitty.
Yeah, that too, but I think they were the ones behind those murders our first semester. Remember?
It took me a minute to realize they were talking about the murders of the rabbits that we talked about in Behind Door 3, not actual murders.
Oh, you mean the bunnies.
Like, that is a way to phrase that.
Yeah, the bunnies.
He plucked some grass from the ground and tossed it into the wind.
They asked me what elementary school I was from, so I told them. And then they said they'd do the same thing to you that they did to the rabbits. I couldn't forgive them for that, so I...
Punks.
Hey, there's still some stuff I don't get.
Of course, they probably don't know any more than I do.
Like Ace. Well, I guess I should say Kentaro Hongo. Why did he create the Nonary Project? Anybody? Any ideas?
Why don't you ask him yourself?
Well, yeah, I guess I could.
He's still in the trunk, I assume?
And we just left him there. I love that for us.
Yeah, he is. Still tied up, I'm assuming, with his mouth taped shut. His eyes just look empty. No emotion. He looks like he's just given up. I wonder if he even cares what happens to him anymore.
Hey, were you listening to us?
Yeah, go ahead and try to pretend you weren't, you old bastard. Let's get that tape off your mouth.
Come on, I know you were. Answer me.
You could at least look at me when you talk, man.
I only wanted to see the faces. Human faces. I thought if I could gain the ability to access the morphic field set, then perhaps I could see faces.
What?
By peering into people's minds, you could understand how they were processing the expressions of others.
That's it?
Yes. If you want to put it simply.
And that was the only way you could figure out how to make that work.
But if you are looking for a more philosophical answer, I could supply that as well.
There we go. Snake, who's blind, is just sitting there going, this is great reasoning. Fantastic.
You see, the human collective consciousness.
Oh my god. I think that's enough out of you, pal. Time for the tape to go back on.
All right. So what's your second question?
You said there were some things you didn't get, didn't you?
Well, somebody's a little nosy.
Well, my next question doesn't really have anything to do with you two. This is for you, Seven. It's about the whole Alice thing. What's the deal with that?
Well, see, 9 years ago, after I escaped from the Gigantic, I kept going after Hongo on my own, hoping I'd catch him when he finally slipped up. And during the course of my investigations, I learned a lot more about the Gigantic. I also found out about Bourdain and Alice.
You're not really answering my question. Was there actually a girl who wouldn't melt at room temperature?
Why do you think you get to talk now? Sounds like Hongo has something to say. Alright, fine, I'll let you talk, but you gotta behave.
What?
Alice doesn't exist. 9 years ago, I found Alice's coffin behind the library on the bottom deck. There was nothing in it but the root of a peculiar plant. My research determined that it was a member of the genus Madrigora, of the family Solanaceae, and was able to extract a particular alkaloid from it. I used that extract to create Sokoru.
Well, isn't that poetic?
Its creation was a tremendous boon to my firm, and we grew rapidly.
Shit, this is gonna go on forever. Tape's going back on, Hongo.
The rest of my questions can wait a bit. For now, I think I'll just enjoy the ride.
Here, this is for you.
What's this?
This is a for you doll. His name is Junpei.
Aw.
Jumpy pulled something out of his pocket and shoved out his arm toward me. In his hand was a doll made of yarn small enough to fit in his palm.
Jumpy, are you sure it's, for you, doll?
Huh? Yeah, the lady at the shop said so, so that means it's for you, right?
Are you sure it's not a voodoo doll?
Junpei, how'd you fuck that one up?
Wait, what? That's... Oh, man. Oh, man.
Well, it sure looks like a voodoo doll. I mean, you do know what a voodoo doll is used for, right?
Yeah, I guess calling it Junpei isn't a very good idea then.
It is true. By all indications, we were right. Junpei's only reason for being involved was that Akane was crushing on him, so... And that's fair. Junpei has been stupid from day one. I'll give that to him. He has moments of greatness, like the manipulation on door 3 and, you know, his little thing with the papers, and every other time, the brain cell's been gone. It only vibrates like once in a blue moon.
Why are you giving me this anyway? It just seems really sudden.
You know how after June, we aren't gonna get to see each other too much? I mean, we're gonna be in different schools, and I just thought I'd,
Oh, okay, well, how about we call it June then?
Aw.
Okay. So, I wanted to give you this.
I wonder how that one went in Japanese, just because the Japanese school year is different. Like... Because I assume that the idea is that they're going to different middle schools now. But they do that in April, not in June. Yeah, after June. Say that again.
You sound like some sort of tribal chief in a bad movie.
Yes. I, head of tribe. This doll, traditional charm of tribe. So I give this, it me. So we always together.
Oh, Jumpy.
Girl, you are down bad if that got an awe from you.
If something bad, then hold and pray. I go wherever you are. So here, take.
I reached my hand out and picked up the doll gently.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jumpy.
Before I knew it, I was crying. Tears streamed down my face and fell onto June's tiny yarn body.
Oh, Jumpy. I'll never forget you.
Truly, her standards are in hell, like...
I promise.
The bar is so far under the floor.
Jumpy looked straight into my eyes and said just 5 words.
I'll never forget you either.
Aww. The sky was a beautiful crimson red as it melted down toward the horizon. The last golden rays of sunlight stretched out across the city and painted themselves across the hills. We sat, bathed in the warm light of evening, just the 2 of us, leaning gently against one another, shoulder to shoulder. The sun set, and we still didn't leave. We watched in silence as the darkness deepened, and one by one, the lights of the town began to flicker on. There's still one thing I want to know. To be honest, it's the biggest mystery as far as I'm concerned, and also the only one that's really important. It has to do with June and Akane. 9 years ago, she died in the incinerator on the Gigantic. But she's still alive now as June. But how? Was it because I tapped into the Morphic field set and saved her 9 years ago? Right, let's say that makes some kind of insane sense. If I did that, then how do I make sense of what Seven remembers? Snake makes sense. He's blind. I don't know why that makes any more sense, but he couldn't have seen her body anyway. But Seven, he said he was sure he saw it. Does that mean there's some kind of historical discrepancy? Or, wait, maybe that's not it at all. There is one other logical explanation. Was what you told me the truth, Seven? You look satisfied. No. No way. He couldn't.
Hey, look! Over there! There's somebody next to the road.
Huh?
What? Hmm?
Okay, who's just out here? Oh my god! Ace, I thought you said that she didn't exist! What the hell?! I just complained that we didn't find the mummy. Exactly, mummy? Sorry. Mummy? I complained, and it got answered, so...
The burning gaze of the Nevada sun pounded down on her head. The desert around her rippled with heat. Standing there on that shimmering plain was a woman, her arm out and her thumb up. It would not be long before Junpei realized who she was.
And that's the end. Yay! We did it! All right. What we didn't do is we didn't get all endings. So before we end tonight, we're gonna get the rest of the endings that we didn't get, because I assume I can figure it out based on the chart. Oh, look at her. Okay, so I don't know how I got 2 endings out of that, but I'm not gonna ask questions. Oh. Oh, that must be the fake ending. Exactly. We finished the main story on stream 9. We did exactly what we needed to. So, okay. So it looks like our only ending left is this one. And this looks unlocked. So if I go back here, in theory, I would assume that I'm going to get the bad ending. And then that'll finish it up. So we got everyone out, and now we're going to murder everyone again, it would be my guess.
Look, it's...
Alright, Clover's gone.
She's not here.
No, she isn't.
There's no sign of her. Let's go. All right, I'm thinking we should probably split up. I'll head back to the stairs and take the elevator down to E deck. June, you can take the stairs up to B deck.
All right, that sounds good. But,
What?
could you stop calling me by that code name when we're alone?
Okay.
Huh? Sure, right. I'll do that.
We never quite know exactly when we're alone, but you know what? Fine, whatever.
Jumpy.
Oh, no, it's nothing.
Oh my god, Junpei. Are you really fumbling
All
this?
right, I'm going then.
Yeah, be careful, Kane.
You be careful too, Jumpy.
Oh.
Yeah, got it. Take care.
These two would be the sickeningly sweet relationship that, like, you'd watch them and gag.
Tragedy always strikes when one least expects it. But to wait for a man to stand before striking him down seems almost crueler than dealing the fatal blow while he lies on the ground. A light in a dark place, June's smile had given him hope, both for escape and possibly for something else. It was that hope that raised his spirits just enough that they might
Soon be fully dashed. I knew that they were going to be fully dashed, and I'm still over here like, oh shit. Really? They're not getting out? I don't know what my problem is. There we go. They are so straight. It is so true.
He opened the elevator door, and there she was. A woman sat slouched against the wall. Lotus. Junpei felt his heart,
His blood turned to ice. I don't know why I'm making up words here.
Her body was limp, and her skin, smooth and pale as always,
Was covered in bright red blood. And she doesn't have the bracelet. Fuck you, Ace.
Junpei felt his chest constrict. He couldn't breathe, and his legs began to shake. A slow, cold drop of sweat trickled down his back. He felt his stomach somersault. Junpei's mind went blank. All his thoughts were placed with endless hissing white. Driven by little more than instinct, he began to walk toward Lotus, slowly. Each slow movement of his stiff limbs brought him closer to her corpse. Finally, he stood next to her. Robotically, he bent down and put his hand against her neck. There was no pulse, no rise and fall of breathing. She was slightly warm. Something, somewhere in Junpei's shaken mind, told him that that meant that she'd been killed recently. Yes, Junpei thought. His mind slowly returned. She had been killed. Someone had killed her. There was a deep cut on the left side of her chest. Blood still oozed from it, though clearly her heart had stopped beating some time ago. The weapon had been a knife then? Perhaps she had been stabbed in the heart once. She would have died immediately. He took little comfort from knowing she must have suffered very little. Only then did Junpei notice. Lotus's bracelet was gone.
Lastly, let's discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so.
I will say, Lotus wearing pants feels a little bit weird. Like, I'm glad she does, just to, I don't know, have some modesty in her outfit, but it's really easy to forget. And that is fair. Awkwardly trying to flirt and then completely dropping the ball does seem to be the most effective way for Junpei and Akane to express affection. It's just a very awkward way. And I don't know how that relationship is going to continue on. Oh, those pants are so low down her waist. I would be concerned that they would fall off my waist. So, like, that is hip. Like, you don't even get the curve of her hips on it. You need a belt for that shit.
1. You escape from this ship. 2. For heart rate, which is 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confine of the ship, or the dioxide of the wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
Was that why the killer had ended Lotus's life? So that they might have the number 8 bracelet? If that was true, then the killer was whoever wanted the number 8 bracelet. Or perhaps more accurately, the person who would gain the most by obtaining bracelet number 8. Who is that? Who would benefit the most from the number 8 bracelet? The thought had only just entered Junpei's mind when...
Oh. He got us.
He heard a noise. A sound like a sharp knife cutting through wet meat. It struck him as strange that the noise came from inside his own body.
Like, that's weird.
A moment later, the pain hit him. It wasn't merely pain. There was heat, extreme heat as well. He felt as though molten iron had been splashed against the side of his body. Finally, his brain made the connection. He'd been stabbed. But where? His body was quickly going numb. He couldn't tell where the knife had met his flesh. Given the circumstances, however, he had most likely been stabbed in the back.
Fitting.
Whoever had killed Lotus had now done the same to Junpei as well. His voice was little more than a weak groan. With what little strength he had left, Junpei turned his body, trying to catch a glimpse of his attacker. But as he did, the knife dug itself in deeper, twisting viciously. He collapsed to the floor, a puppet with its strings cut. His arms and legs lay where they fell, oddly twisted and awkwardly positioned. Junpei's body was entirely numb. He could feel the blood leaking out of him, but nothing would move. Nothing, save his eyes. As he lay on the floor, his life ebbing away, Junpei finally saw his attacker. 2 tiny images of the killer reflected in his eyes. With that recognition came nothing. He felt no emotions, not anger, not sadness, not regret. The paralysis that had claimed his body had reached his mind. His killer glanced down at his body. Then, without a word, climbed into the elevator and was gone. His eyesight began to fade. The world grew blurry and began to dissolve into an empty white fog. The fog crept into the edges of his mind and worked inexorably inward. Soon, it swallowed up the last that remained of Junpei's mind, and his consciousness left it. There was nothing more. Into utter emptiness he fell. Into zero. Whatever Junpei had been was gone.
And unsurprisingly, that's a bad end. Excellent. I think that is our final end then. We'll double check. But da-da-da-da-da. And ta-da! We have completed 999. Thanks so much for hanging out. We're going to call it here. If you want to come back, we'll be starting, what is it, 7th Lair on Thursday. 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. As promised, we'll be going back into House of Fata Morgana for just a couple of streams. I believe it's a pretty short game before we go into Virtue's Last Reward. So stick around for that if you'd like. And if not, thanks so much for hanging out. Have a good night, all, and see you again soon. Bye. I have to end the stream properly. You'd think I'd know how to do this.